The downfall of this man, John L. Davis, needs to be studied and put in textbooks for future coaches in the NIL era to study. Let me tell you why. Davis was a player at FAU from 2020 to 2024. And then after that, he moved on to Arkansas. When he was at FAU, he was a great player, played in a Final Four, helped lead them to that Final Four. And then the year after the Final Four, he followed it up with being one of the best players in the country. I mean, look at these awards. In the year they went to the Final Four, he was the six-man player of the year. He followed up the following season being a conference player of the year, all region, one of the best players in that conference and in the country, like I said. So let's focus on the 2022 to 2023 season, the year that FAU went to the Final Four. He started less than half the games that year. And one of the big reasons why is he was an average player during the regular season and then just all of a sudden came alive in March. Played great in the conference tournament, had a great first game against Memphis, beat Farley Dickinson, and then Kansas State. And that's how he started to make a name for himself during his Final Four run. He then followed up that performance in March with an unbelievable season next year. In 2023 to 2024, averaged 18 points a game, 3 assists, 6 rebounds as a guard, which is extremely impressive. I remember I was at a game where FAU played Arizona that year in Vegas. He had 35 on Arizona, and it was one of those performances where you just see him bring the ball up the court, and the whole arena knows he's about to do something, and there's nothing the defense can do about it. Beat Arizona that day, handed Arizona its first loss of the season. After FAU lost to Northwestern in March Madness that year, his coach, Dusty May, left for Michigan. A bunch of his other teammates transferred to other schools, and so he decided to transfer to the University of Arkansas. He was considered one of the top transfers that Calipari got at the time. Well, this season has not panned out how Coach Cal or Davis thought it would. Myself included, I thought Davis would be a great player at Arkansas, a great player this year in the SEC, and it has just not panned out that way. As you can see, he's only averaging 10 points a game, 3.5 rebounds, which was his strong suit as a bigger guard, being able to rebound and then just push the ball. And I'm going to put this very simply because I truly believe this is what happened. I don't think there's anything wrong with the skill, obviously. I just think he got a bunch of money in the portal and now he just doesn't care. You see him play there's a lot of possessions where he just stands on the wing versus when he was at FAU, he was an extremely active player. He would fill the stat sheet. He would do a lot. And he's just simply not doing that at Arkansas. It's honestly tough to see. There's been a couple other examples this year in college basketball of players like this who just haven't panned out in the portal like their coaches and the rest of the country thought they would. But what do you guys think? What do you think the reason for John L. Davis's downfall is?